Well, as I said, International Overdose Awareness Day is August 31st.
Mm.
Share for those that may not have the fuller picture of your story about why. I'm sure I'm not the first. Why is this day important to you?
I'm praising God for you, Doug. This is just so important to me because it took, I'm 36 years old now. It took 14 and a half years of being an addict, 14 and a half years of running away, of not knowing that God was with me the whole time. And that Jesus was in the passenger seat of my truck when I was going to make drug deals and drinking and driving and doing things that I shouldn't be doing. And I just am so thankful that God has saved me from that so that I can speak life into people. And they believe me, because I've come from those places that are the darkest, deepest trenches. And it's really an honor to serve God in that respect, to help just raise awareness that, hey, he's with you and he is for you and he loves you. And a lot of times these guys look at me like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you, and they see my tattoos and they see my scars and they just listen. And so I just ask God, hey, speak through me and use me wherever I go.
What does it mean to be clean?
Wow. I think realizing that in his eyes, in our Father's eyes, that we are clean, that it is done, that it is finished, that we're brand new. And that's what I want everybody to know, is that we are brand new, whether you fell last night, whether you fell this morning, that we can come to him and say, Father, here we are. And I think what I find myself in so many cases, people see me and they're like, oh, he's just got it all together now. Isn't he great and perfect? Isn't this just, he's just saved and awesome, And it's like, the truth is, yes, I am saved. But the real truth is, it is a struggle. And some days I crawl myself back to the cross with one hand and say, Father, forgive me. I said something bad about this person, or I lusted, or I fell. I thought about drinking a little too long, or but the bottom line is I came back to him. And I think he just meets us there with open arms. And that's just what I want to relay to everybody that is in the position that I was. There's a line in one of my songs, Chasing Rebels. It's if my past is now your present, the things that I didn't know then that I know now, that I can impart into people. So
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome. I'm curious, say that we have someone who is wrapped up in addiction, someone that we want to try to reach out to. I don't know. I always worry about saying the wrong things.
Yeah. So do I.
And the best way.
Well, and it's funny because I'm always concerned about that too, Doug. I really am, because I'm like, I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. I can't just perform this miracle right in front of everybody's eyes. And so the Bible, I read last week, and it was so funny because I had this exact same question. And he says, I will give you the words.
Mm.
You just go in faith. And you just step on stage, and you just, and in my name, I will give you the words that you need to say. And so many times, Doug, I step on a stage and I'm terrified. I honestly, thousands of people staring at me. I'm very, I'm just like, don't look at me. And in fact, I had to say last week, like, I'm not worthy. And I stopped. It was in between songs. And I just said, I just want to let you guys know I'm not worthy to stand on this stage, and I'm not worthy to be worshiped. So the only one that is Jesus. And everybody was just so warmed, and I knew that they felt what I meant, because I just saw people reaching for my legs and, reaching for me. And I'm just like, I felt like in the moment, I felt really icky, because I was just like, this is about Jesus. And so he will give you the words. Doesn't matter who you are. And that's just what I wanted to say, was he has given me a voice to speak. And which is great. But he's given you a voice too, Doug. He's given you a beautiful voice, and he's given everybody else a beautiful voice to just lift his name. And so, yeah, he gives me the words exactly when I need them.
All right. So there's the encouragement there to not sit on the fence. I think when you feel prompted to do something, no regrets, you need to follow that prompt.
Amen.